Chapter 4. Hannah, did you see this? I called. I couldn't take my eyes off the shredded curtains. She stood across the driveway, leaning her back against my uncle's house. I don't want to come over there, she said softly, folding her arms over her chest. But the curtains, I started. I told you they're weird, Hannah said sharply, and they don't like kids gawking through their windows. Come on, Alex. I backed away from the Marlings' house. My shoe caught on a raised floorboard of the rotting porch, and I nearly fell. Are we going to the woods or not? Hannah asked impatiently. Sorry. I pulled my shoe free and followed her toward the back. Tell me more about the Marlings, I said, jogging to catch up to her. Tell me some of the frightening stories you heard about them. No way, Hannah replied in her breathy voice. We trotted across my aunt and uncle's backyard. The tall yellow and red trees of the woods, tilting in afternoon shadows, stretched beyond the smooth lawn. Please, I begged. Maybe in a few days, after Halloween, Hannah replied. After the full moon. I followed Hannah's gaze to the sky. A bright white moon, almost around as a tennis ball, rose over the trees, even though it was still daylight. Hannah shuddered. I hate when the full moon comes, she said. I'll be so happy when it's gone. Why? I demanded. What's the big deal about a full moon? She gazed back at the Marlings' house and didn't reply. We made our way through the trees. The fading sunlight filtered through the leaves, sending shimmering spots of gold over the ground. Our shoes crackled over twigs and dead leaves. I found a gnarled old tree bent over like an old man. The bark was pitted and wrinkled like aged brown skin. Fat gray roots reached up from the dirt. Wow, this is so cool, I declared, pulling my camera from the case. Hannah laughed. You really are a city kid. But look at this tree, I declared. It's like it's alive. She laughed again. Trees are alive, Alex. You know what I mean, I grumbled. I started to snap photos of the bent old tree. I stepped back and leaned against a tilted birch tree. I tried to frame the old tree so its shape looked human. Then I moved all around the tree, photographing its creases, its wrinkles. I shot one slender branch that lowered itself to the ground like a weary arm. I dropped onto my knees and snapped the roots reaching up from the ground like skinny legs. A soft buzz made me raise my gaze. A hummingbird hovered over a flowering weed. I turned and tried to capture the tiny bird in my camera lens, but the hummingbird was too fast for me. It darted away before I could snap my shutter. I climbed to my feet. Hannah was sitting cross-legged on the ground, crunching dead leaves between her hands. Doesn't that hummingbird know summer is over? I murmured. She stared at me blankly, as if she had forgotten I was there. Oh, sorry, Alex. I didn't see it. She climbed to her feet. What happens if we keep going straight? I asked, pointing deeper into the woods. You come to Wolf Creek, Hannah replied. I'll show you the creek next time, but we better get going. We should get out of the woods before the sun goes down. I suddenly thought of the wolves Uncle Colin had told me about. The wolves that gave Wolf Creek its name. The wolves that used to live here in these woods, I said. They're all gone, right? Hannah nodded. Yes, they're gone. And then a shrill howl rose up, so close behind me. The high, shrill wail of a wolf, and I opened my mouth in a terrified scream.